Hello, how are you, Facebook? Welcome to my messy office. I just fixed myself some hot cocoa and I thought, I haven't been on my Facebook page giving business tips in at least a month, and I just decided I wanted to come on here, take a short break out of my office and everything that I'm doing today, and just give you a few business tips. A lot of you know that I'm a business coach for creative entrepreneurs through my Success Circle membership group, which I put the link in the comments or above the post. And I thought I'd come on here and just help you out. So if you have any business questions about selling your creative goods, comment here and I'll try to help you out. And then also I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some things that have been happening in my business, and I just wanted to kind of give you some encouragement, okay? Hi, Debbie. Oh my goodness, that's so good. I love drinking hot cocoa in the middle of the day in the wintertime. All right, so a couple of things that I wanted to talk to you about are the ups and downs of your business. So when we all start our business, no matter what we're trying to sell, we have this high. We're excited. We can't wait to sell. We've got all these, friends and family who are interested, and they're buying from us, and we have a little bit of momentum going. And then all of a sudden it starts to tank down, or sales start to slow. Well, because, our friends or family can only spend so much with us. And then it's almost like the reality sets in. I just want you to know that happens at the beginning of your business and all the way throughout, from start to finish. You're going to have these highs, and then you're going to have these lows, and then you're going to have highs, and you're going to have lows. When you're at the highs, it is great. It feels amazing. You're a rock star. You're going to make this business work. You're paying off bills. Think your dreams are coming true. You're excited. And then when you're at the lows, you start thinking, I'm not good enough. My product's not good enough. I suck. People hate me. Why am I doing this? I should go get a real job. How am I going to make money out of thin air now? These are all of the thoughts that you think, and I know you think them because I think them too. But what I think has helped me with my business and seeing the success that I've had is that when the lulls happen, or even if it's not a lull, or you just get so disappointed, like you might have ran a Black Friday sale and all of a sudden you had no sales or something. When you're at that point, it's not the time to throw in the towel. It's the time to dig your heels in and reassess the situation. Try to figure out, why. It's not that your product's not good enough. It's that you haven't found the right market yet. So keep that in mind. And it could be the way you're wording your sales copy, and how you're wording your Etsy listings, and how you're wording your Facebook posts and stuff like that. I had done a video a couple weeks ago, or maybe last month, about how you always want to put your customers first. Their problems are first before what you're trying to sell. So if you could find a way to word it to where your products will solve a problem they're having, you're going to make a lot more sales. But when you're at that lull, I know it's easy to get discouraged and start to bash yourself, start to make yourself, not make yourself feel bad, but I think women do it more so than men. We just are so critical of ourselves, aren't we? Can I get an amen? But what we need to do is instead not take it and think of it as I'm looking over there just trying to get ideas. I'm thinking that what we need to do is not be emotional about it, okay? This is business. So you need to take all of the emotion out of it, even though you put your heart and soul and your blood and your sweat into everything you're making. But when you switch from a hobby, a crafter or a hobbyist into business mode, the emotions have to come out of it, and you have to realize this is all about business. And the reason people aren't buying from you is because you haven't tapped the right audience, or you're not saying the right thing when you're posting your items for sale. It could be too that you just don't have a big enough audience. Growing your audience on social media is key to driving more traffic to wherever you're selling. If it's your website, or if it's your Etsy shop, or even if it's on Facebook, it's a numbers game. You have to get in front of more people in order to make more sales, because there's only a certain percentage of the people who see your items are going to actually buy from you. And studies show that a person needs to see you and what you're selling a minimum of 7 times before they take the plunge and buy from you. So just keep that in mind, that take the emotions out of it. You are good enough. Your items are pretty enough. You're just not tapping into the right market or the right audience. So when you get into that lull, I want you to dig your heels in and get creative and start thinking, okay, who's my target audience? There's 2 things you can do. If you've started to get a large following on Facebook and you can't quite make the sales happen for you, you need to think about, how do those people come to you, and who are they? I teach this all the time in my inner circle. Always know who your audience is. Always know where do they shop, where do they hang out, how much money do they make, what kind of cars do they drive, what magazines do they read. Because the more that you learn about who your buyer is, then you know what products to make for them, what services to provide for them, how to word your copy on your Etsy items or your Facebook posts and all of that. So get to know your audience. And then if you don't have a large audience, you need to figure out, okay, who is my target audience and where do they hang out? What groups on Facebook are they? Where do they go to the coffee shops? Where, what forums are they in? All of this can be found and researched online. So just don't get discouraged. Just know that it's not your skills, it's your marketing that's not working for you, okay? And that's where I can help you with my inner circle. The other thing that I want to talk to you about is not to let off the steam during the month of December. One of the biggest mistakes, I just thought of an idea of something I can come back with and talk about. One of the biggest mistakes, I'm writing it down as I'm speaking, that I've made over the years through my business is when I first started out, I didn't go all in. I didn't jump in full on feet first. I dabbled. You know what a dabbler is, right? You just kind of do it as you get in the mood and as you have time, and you would rather go do other things like a movie than, to work your business, or it's really more like a hobby that you're trying to get money for to pay to do more hobby. Does that make sense? So the money you're making is just going back into a hobby, and you're not actually growing and actually setting yourself up as a business. When I did that, I only made, money as a hobbyist. When you start treating your business as a business is when you start to make money like a business. And I didn't go all in. Where was I going with this? So in the month of December, it would come around and I'd be like, okay, well, I did my Christmas, and I did my Christmas in my Black Friday sale, and I'm done for the month, the year. I'm done. I'm checking out. I'm getting ready for Christmas. I'm Christmas shopping, wrapping presents, baking cookies, and and, other stuff. So what happened then is January would come back around and I'd be like, okay, it's time to get into my business mode. And I would have a huge adjustment, because number one, on my end and on my customers' ends, because number one, I have been out of touch with them for so long. They're like, who are you? And, that type of thing. And then I would lose my mojo, because it would just, take me forever to get through Christmas and get over Christmas. And then, girl, we all have, I would be like depressed that Christmas was over. Can anybody else relate to that? I feel so weird even saying it, but yes, I don't know why. I love Christmas so much. I could get depressed when it's flipping over. I guess because I just try to give my family such an amazing holiday all the time that I put a lot of effort into it. And then when it's over, it's like, it's over. But then I have to shift gears to get back into my business mode. And when I did that, it just took forever for me to get my mojo back, for me to get into business mode, into doing what I needed to do to grow my business. And so instead of really taking a month off, it ended up being like 3 months, because that's how long it took me to get my momentum going again. So I'm encouraging you, and I'm trying to just preach to you. If you are a business owner and you are a creative entrepreneur, do not take time off in December. Yes, take time off for enjoy, Christmas a day or two, enjoy the New Year's a day or two. Even if you wanted to take a week off, I would be okay with that. But do not take off December 1 through January 3rd. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to regret it. Now is the time to be on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Pinterest. More people are on their social media accounts now during the month of December, November and December, than any time of the year. And the reason is because they too are getting laxed in their 9-to-5 jobs. And they're thinking Christmas, and they're checking their social media a little bit more. They're also hanging out with a lot of family events, and they're getting bored. No offense, we all love our family, but we can only handle so much. They check out, they start looking at their social media going, what's going on? What's going on? And that's when you want to pop up. So if you start to take off for this month, you're missing a huge opportunity to get yourself out there, to get known, to get seen, to get your followers increasing, and that type of thing. So I'm just encouraging you, please don't give up, don't give in, and don't take a vacation for the whole month of December. Keep at it. Dig your heels in. I know it's hard to get distracted. Set boundaries for yourself. You have a time you check into work, a time you check out to work. Even if you have a 9-to-5 job and you can only do a side hustle for your business, set your boundaries. Get your family to help you out as much as you can. Get your kids to do their own freaking laundry, whatever you have to do to help you to grow your dream. You have this drive in you from somewhere, and I'm really sure it's God telling you, I'm giving you this talent and you could do way more with it. He fully expects you to use your talent. So it's up to you to decide where you want to use it. Do you want to use it and just give things away to benefit and make the world pretty? Or do you want to use it to try to grow your business and pay off your debt, your medical bills, put your child through classes or sports? That's the main reason I got started. Was my daughter wanted dance, my son wanted football, and our income wasn't going to allow that. So I'm like, well, I guess I'll try to do something on the side and still be a stay-at-home mom. And that's exactly how, it all started with me. So, but you can do way more than that. But that's exactly how it started, and it can happen for you too. It definitely can. I'm here for you. I'm here to encourage you. I'm praying for your business. I want you all to succeed. There is never too much competition. If anybody tells you, or you read it in a Facebook group, or somebody says something or whatever, that there's too much competition, the market is saturated, I call BS on that. I'm sorry for my language, but no. When there is a lot of competition, number one, that means that there is a market for what they are selling. And number two is you have got to come up with a way to feel different, or come out to be different and look different, and break out of that mentality. Because I mean, the majority of what we make is good, but then, so like if you're in a business, 50% of your time needs to go to making, and then 50% of the time needs to go to marketing yourself, marketing your products, okay? So you just need to do a little bit better job on marketing, and I know you can do it. Listen, if me, a stay-at-home mom, can do it, I know you can do it too, okay? I'm here for you. All right, so those are some tips that I wanted just to come on and give you some tips while I'm just drinking my hot cocoa. I'm going to look at your questions real quick. Judy, I only sold a couple of items too my first year. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. Reassess your situation. Reassess where you're marketing. Reassess your words you're using. So Irene wants to start a craft business, but she doesn't know helps to get started. Irene, the way I got started was I would make my items and I would try to sell to my friends and family. Once they said, oh my gosh, these are amazing, this is great, that's when I created my Etsy shop. Once I created my Etsy shop, I started selling a few things. Then I went and got a business name, a business license, and started to do things the right way. So before you jump all in, you don't have to, you could test the waters. I mean, just do something, do what's right for you. And, but once you start to get your business name and you've got your Etsy shop up and running, that's really all you need at first. As you grow, you're going to need a website later on down the road. You're going to need, definitely when you open up your Etsy, you're going to need a social media like Facebook or Pinterest, and use those to help drive traffic to your shop. Oh, good. You guys are liking this. Girl, Debbie, yeah, my hubs has been doing his laundry the day we got married. Yeah, you need to just don't do it. See how he pitches in. You'll find he'll figure out a way to get some clean underwear. Yes, Terry, don't check out of your business mentally at all. Yeah. Keep it in there. Even when there are times during the month of December that I'm going to take a break from work, I still will listen to self-help books on audio, or if the hubs or the family is into a movie that I'm not interested in, I'll, read some training that I have invested my money in, to try to grow my business and to learn a new feature or a new marketing technique or something. So I don't really stop with, there are days like Sunday. Have to say, though, the past couple of weeks, Sundays have been a little scary for me. I've had to put in a little more time than I've been meaning to. But that is, I think, because of the holidays, and I'm trying to fit so much more in. But with typically, I don't even work on a Sunday. I don't look at my phone. I don't turn it on. I just check out of my business on Sunday, and it helps to rejuvenate you. So definitely set your boundaries on when you will work and when you won't work. Do it through the month of December, and you're going to feel a lot better that you did this for yourself. You're going to start January 2nd off to a good start in your business mindset, in your business mode. All right, I feel like I'm dying business-wise because my brother surprised me with a ticket to fly to see him this week. I am so homesick for a wreathing business. No. passive I can't see the rest of that, Patty. Okay, Patty, if you run your business from your home, like 90% of you watching the video who have your business are doing, you're going to have distractions. You're going to have things come up in your family life, and you have to give yourself some grace. You can't be the perfect in all things at all times. You're going to have times that family gets in, it's a family. I mean, family should come first. But there's going to be times where you unfortunately have a death in the family, or somebody gets sick. And you're going to have to take some time away from your business. So what I like to do is to train you to get situated in your business, so that if things like that do happen, then you have a cushion. So for example, this month I put in my inner circle all the training about my finances, how I set up my finances, what I use for bookkeeping, how I budget. And one of the things that I teach is to come up with a 3-month cushion of expenses. So for example, if for some reason I had to go to the hospital today and I was in the hospital for 3 months, my business would still be running because I have put away a cash flow or a cushion. What do you call that? When you put your money away, you've saved a 3 months worth of expenses up, so that if something happens to me, I have to check out, I have a family emergency or something like that, my business won't go to the wayside. It won't die. I have a cushion set aside. So that's one of the things I'd love to teach you how to do in our inner circle. In addition to the finance and the budget training that I listed today in the group, I've got a bookkeeping accounting expert coming to talk with us next week and answer questions. She's the same lady who's been doing my accounting for over a year, and I asked her if she'd come in and answer questions, because I am not an expert in that. I am, whenever anybody, even when she starts talking about the numbers, I'm just like, over my head, I start to dream about wreaths. I'm just like, don't even talk to me about numbers. I just suck at math. That's not my skill. So, but I learned a lot. So that's why I wanted to teach everybody. That's what the inner circle is for. I mean, I just give you it all. I tell you everything that's working for me, things that I've failed at, what's working this month, and how I set up my finances was one of them. And then also, we're going to be doing, I've put in there my Facebook Live challenge, not challenge, but training, because this month in my inner circle, the challenge starts tomorrow. I'm giving them a challenge to do. They have to post so many times on their Facebook page, and they might have to make a Christmas wreath, not Christmas, but a winter, not wreath even. We've got members in the group that are doing other things besides wreaths, but, have to make a winter or a Mardi Gras or something themed, or Valentine's Day, that will make it this month so that you could sell it in January or February, or start selling it now. So I'm trying to encourage them not to stop working, but we have a challenge going on, and the winner will be drawn on the 1st of January, and it will be for a Diva ring light. So if you don't know what a Diva ring light is, it's called Botox in a box, you guys. It literally is this ring of light that goes on your face and takes away all your wrinkles. I've got mine on right now. Let me just turn it off and I'll show you the difference. All right, so this is without my Diva ring light on, all right? So you can see the huge difference. So I'm gonna turn it on. And it just makes me look a little bit younger. But anyway, the Diva ring light is great for taking, doing Facebook Lives, or it's great for taking pictures of your products and stuff like that. So I'm giving one away for free. It's $180 value. They're a little bit on the pricey side, but I'm giving away one for free in the group this month when you complete the challenge. And what else have I got going on in the group? New this month, I'm going to be doing Canva training. So I'm going to be teaching you about Canva, how to create pictures for your social media accounts, how to create marketing pieces for your business through Canva, and Canva's it's a free product. It's a free website. Anybody can go there, even today, canva.com, and create images. But I'm going to show you how I use it to use images, how I name my files, how I use them on my blog, and all of that. That's in the group this month too. And then the Facebook Live training has 105 ideas for you to do a Facebook Live, because that seems to be one of the things that people tend to not want to do Facebook Lives on their business page. Is number one, they have to get up the courage and the confidence to do it. And it's just like ripping off a Band-Aid. Just do it. You'll feel so much better once it gets done. And you'll see the engagement on your Facebook page just increase. So another thing is they can't get a grasp on the equipment they need. So that's listed in there. And they run out of ideas, or they can't think of what to do. And I used to be that way too. But when you start to go through my list of ideas, 105, y'all, 105, it triggers even more ideas for your own business. So you just start writing them, and before you know it, you have a huge list, and there's really no reason you shouldn't be doing Facebook Live videos on your own Facebook page, okay? Because remember, people will buy from you when they know, like, and trust you. And that's how they get to do that with your Facebook Live videos. Sorry, I'm going through. Oh my gosh. For some reason, it wasn't scanning. Let's see. Is Damon's on here causing problems again, isn't he? All right, I'm looking for questions. If y'all have any questions and I missed them, I'll come back in and answer them tonight. Can you explain how the Etsy stores work? I have a store but never see any of my inventory when the keywords are entered in the search for. Okay, Velma, you have to make sure you're using keywords that the shoppers are using, not what you think they should be. So you go to the Etsy search bar and you start to type your words in. And if it doesn't show you an example to click on that word, then don't use it in your descriptions, okay, or your titles. So you only use the words that Etsy shoppers are using. Then what happens is, once you set it up, it does take, I want to say, a good few hours to get populated, and it could take even up to 24 hours. But then if your item is not listed on the first few pages or whatever, you start to get tired of looking, then you just need to know that you have some work to do. So you have to change your keywords, make sure your keywords are throughout your description, and also make sure your keywords are in your tags. And you will need to also make sure that your policies are in place. If you don't have your Etsy shop fully set up, fully filled out, then Etsy does not show your items. So you'll be penalized if you don't have your policies in place. Make sure everything is set up on your Etsy shop, and then try to be listing about 50 items total in your store at any given time. If you could get up to 100 or more, that's even better. So you want to keep doing that, and then relist your items a few times throughout the week, and that will help move you up in the ranks, because Etsy will see that if you relist it, that it's just more product, okay? And so of that same item. And so that what they'll do is it just kind of like moves it up in the search results a little bit. But make sure you're using keywords that the shoppers are searching on, all right? And it's, just go to the search bar, start typing in whatever you're selling, Christmas wreath or farmhouse wreath or rustic wreath or something like that, and Etsy will give you these suggestions to put. And I mean, Etsy really gives you the words that you're supposed to use. Make sure those words are also, that title and words are in the first sentence of your description. And your description has to be tapping into your buyer's emotions of why your product can make their life better. How can you serve, how can they use it to make, benefit them? So make sure you're writing that too in your descriptions. I hope that helps. All right, you guys, I think that's it. Let's see. I wish, Jackie, I wish I had someone here to help set up my Etsy shop, and I have one, but I'm so lost. I keep asking my granddaughter. Contact Lauren. Jackie, I have some training on my page, my Facebook, not Facebook, but my business website. But you could also contact Lauren Simmons. She's commenting in here right now, and she is an Etsy expert, and she'd be happy to help you. I know she has services that she sells helping out other Etsy owners. How many wreaths should you have in your Etsy on your online store? Minimum 50. Minimum 50. Doesn't have to be all different wreaths. It could be, wreaths that you just listed and then one wreath has a sign and one doesn't. It could be multiple items. It doesn't mean you have to have 50 in your house. It could be one wreath is made and then, you can make multiples of it and that type of thing. Yes, Lauren Simmons. No, Lauren. She just posted right above you, Janet. Lauren Simmons, Simmons. All right, I hope that helps you guys. And then Lauren is actually in my inner circle too, so I'm helping her. She's doing an amazing job. Let's see. If y'all have any questions, comment below, and I'll come back in here and answer them. You guys have a blessed day. I'm going to get back to work, and my hot cocoa is probably cold, so I'm going to have to go heat it back up. I hope y'all got some inspiration out of this, and to just let you know that you're not in it alone, and we all have that moment of wanting to give up. I mean, even me, days, my website goes down for a whole day. I'm like, wouldn't it be nice to just throw in the towel and go and work a 9-to-5 job and not have to worry about this stuff? But no, it's way more fun when you're not working for somebody else and you're working for yourself. Gives you a lot more freedom and also, time. I can take my vacation whenever I want. So anyway, I hope you guys, a link for the inner circle. Let's see. I hope that helps you. So that's the link to my inner circle. If you join, remember the challenge starts tomorrow, and you have to be in the inner circle starting tomorrow through the end of the month to be in on the challenge to win the Diva ring light. And the whole reason I set up the challenge is to get the members of my group not to get into that moment of, I don't want to say laziness, but that moment of, not putting their business as a top priority on their list this month. So I wanted them to keep posting on Facebook, to keep making items, to keep engaging with their fans, so that when January comes around, they're going to be so much happier that they did that challenge and they kept up to date with it. So that's why I decided to run the challenge. And plus, who doesn't love to win free stuff, right? So anyway, again, you guys have a blessed day, and let me know if you have any questions on Inner Circle or business, and I'll come back in here and answer them later. Thanks.